All right, all right, all right. New draft. Another colorless land to choose from versus a powerful double spell, but very, very double, as opposed to Spark Harvest. It's like Spark Harvest or Rare here, gem drafting to me, so curious. Do you think, so I want to know your gem opinion. Given the need for a card to push the win percentage up by a little more than 0.5%, does Spark Harvest do that over Mobilized District? That is your question, and I'll be right back. Hey, Blow and Gimpy. You're asking a fundamental question about one of the things we're doing here on the free-to-play account. On the free-to-play account, we play like we have more time than money, and that we need to squeeze every bit of value out of the economic system at play that we can. In the last set, we had drafted our way to 4x of all rares and mythics by the end of a set. So basically, taking a rare here over a Spark Harvest is somewhat like taking 20 gems. It's not exactly like it because we need to fill the bucket of Mobilized Districts first before we get to the 20 gem reward. But effectively, this is a gem pick. It's not about this being a strong card. It's about it being worth gems to us. Now, in a sense, Spark Harvest is worth gems to us as well, as it has some percentage increase in our expectation of winning this event or not. If this were pack 2, pick 1, and we were already heavily in black, it's a much closer decision on the gem value front. But since we don't even know that we're going to be playing black, and you often abandon your first pick anyway, if there is a time where a rare pick trumps a powerful spell in terms of gem value, it's definitely going to be at pack 1, pick 1, where your colors aren't known. So that's why we're going to take this as a gem pick. Question, does War being such a bomb-heavy format change the decision tree relating to gem picks? If anything, it makes it more correct to take gem picks, because if the games are ultimately going to be decided by the bombs, then how did that pick even matter, you know? So here, Death Sprout is a real hedge towards green-black, obviously. I kind of want to do something different this time, and I like that a lot. Kind of, Timnos wants the strike. I want to avoid white because that's what conventional wisdom says right now, and it's usually pretty good at this point. I was talking earlier about how conventional wisdom's take on the format is generally going to be better than mine right now. So I'm kind of leaning into it until I figure it all out for myself. This is a pretty hefty color commitment. Despark, Despark has let me down too much. I'm going to take Death Sprout. We might not play it, but we can hedge there, see what happens. Ooh, now I wish I had taken the other weird and we could go Spellkeeper. Oh, we took Gems. I mean, we might play this. I can put it in here, but it's not really relevant to our picks. I don't like anything here. Except the weird. So we just take the weird. Hey, Banana Jack. Yeah, we take the Stinger. It goes with the Death Sprout. Because it's white and I'm avoiding that, but maybe we take it. Maybe we splash it. Yeah, let's take it on the possible splash. But that's the thing. Pledge doesn't end up working as well in practice because first you end up with a lower creature count. It kind of asks you to be green, white, go wide in a sense, and so I haven't seen it be amazing. But this pack isn't amazing, so whatever. We can take it and give it a shot. See where it goes. Maybe we're just being forced into it here. Take the Wrangler. But I'm just going to take Wanderer's Strike. We got to listen to... Or we can take Toll of the Evasion. I think it's probably between these two. Some Toll... What kitten are we talking about? Zombie Cat? This one? I don't want to start on Dread Malkin. I've been pretty underwhelmed by Dread Malkin. I think it's between these two. And Toll comes late enough that I'm going to actually just take the strike here on a possible splash. Gosh. All right, fine. Maybe we have to be white. I mean, there's a Law Rune Enforcer. Although Laptop Reaver is great. And it's the kind of card you do want if you're going to be splashing Pledge of Unity. Bloomhulk, Nurture. Yeah, this is kind of a... We just want to snap this up. But yeah, I guess we'll listen. But what's our second color even? Are we not playing this? I don't like where we're at here. I don't like it. No, we're not ever playing that. Grizzly has been whatever. I still like a single Grizzly, but I don't really ever want more than one. Croc has been really annoying, that's true. But I think I just don't prioritize fives. Thank you, Filster. I don't like where this is headed. I don't like Charm Strays. Here, we'll take a Crocodile. How did this happen? Why are you doing this to me? Nurturer? I think I'm going to want to be able to splash, so let's take Nurturer. And Stinger. I mean, maybe we'll start taking these. Who knows what happens. Lynx is okay. Not maining this, so maybe we play this somehow. Battalion or Light Shield. I guess we're more aggro than defensive, so we'll take Battalion and be sad. Missed out on the kitty deck. Whew. Well, good thing that we missed out on that. We'll go ahead and take Plane-wide Celebration, though. Ramp up to that business. Jace's Triumph on the splash, or just Wrangle, or just Enforce. We have Enforcer, Hulk, Crunch, and Splashes. Yeah, let's move. We're white. Let's be white. See, we'll wheel that. 2-drop Defender, or another Nurturer. 2-drop Defender. Look at that curve. Vraska seems like the way. Yeah, we're low on 4s too.
I leave dead bodies wherever I go. Ready to join them.
Spark Reaper, Rising Populace. Rising Populace, I think. Having trouble seeing white cards. Sorry, it's an affliction. Martyr for the cause. Yeah, I guess we need 2s. You want Kiora? I don't know about Kiora. Where are we going with Kiora? Plane-wide Celebration. Maybe a fast Croc. We don't really have much that's like, I want Kiora for the static ability. We're not really in black. No, we're not playing Death Sprout for sure, but we could splash black. Trouble is, this isn't splashable unless you're doing the sack thing. So I think I just want to go 2-drop. And we'll take another kitty with nothing much else to do. Another 2. Sure. Okay. Nah. Courage in Crisis could be good for us, potentially. I don't know. I've never come anywhere close to a cat deck such that I don't even know what we're looking for on Charm Stray counts. But yeah, it seems like a lot. Like more than I'm going to end up with. We could take D-Spark here. Like I said, don't love it, but it's not a bad splash. Pegasus, though, probably just the way to go. I don't know if Pegasus is enough better than Gems, though. Yeah, green-black is now looking amazing. Like, I think it's the place we should have been. I don't know if I want to pass the Gems for Pegasus, though, is the thing. All right. I think we should have taken the rare, though. Ooh, Blast Zone. This is the... Paradise Druid seems super important, though. We're not, you know, you're not... We might be ditching... It's not a ludicrous concept that we could end up back there, but pretty ludicrous. I'll put that back in just to think about it, but... Yeah, this makes me sad, though. All right, fine. I think the deck is so weak, I just want to take some cards for it. Rising Populace again, or Pollen Bright Druid. I think with Pledge of Unity, we go for the Pollen Bright Druid. There's another Pegasus. Over Triumph. Yeah. New Horizons. That over Huatli. Here's a Ceratok I can get behind. Another Druid. Yeah, let's keep it low to the ground. And oh, Rising Populace, though, maybe trumps second. I don't know if it lets us... One New Horizons, in my mind, doesn't let us splash Death Sprout, but we'll see. We do have a ton of 3-drops, but Rising Populace may be better than most. Like, we could cut things like Stinger. Alright, I'll go Druid, but I'm not sure about that one. Do we still want 2s, or do we want to go to 5s here? Another Ceratok. Right now, probably not playing this. Probably not playing this. We could take the Crunch, and then we would have... We can, like, cut a Snare Spinner. Alright. Globe, Topple. I don't know if Globe is good. I don't think we're playing... We're not playing Globe if we take it. Why would we play Globe? Globe's not what we want to do on 2. I mean, there's nothing really else to take, so I'll take it, but I think... I just don't know if we're bothering with... I don't know if I want to clog up my 2s just to run a Death Sprout. I like Iron Bully over... Oh, we got this Populace back anyway. There's more bacon. Or... Yeah, we're not doing Sacrifice, so... I'm not main decking this, so we'll take Vault Progress. Don't think we're running that, but... 24 creatures. That's cool. See, I don't even know if... Like, we don't need to run Death Sprout. Why bend over to do that? You can cut Grizzly. What does that do? We're cutting a lot of creatures. Still at 19, though. I suppose it's got some Vraska synergy. I just think it's pretty underwhelming to have these in green, I think. I'll reconsider the district. I guess we have enough fixing to play the district, yeah. I really don't like running lands that tap for colorless unless they're doing something really important for us, like last game we were splashing powerful planeswalkers. Horizons now can be ditched, I suppose. It does work towards casting this and towards Proliferate, but I suppose that's a good cut. $19.5, we could cut a Crocodile. Oh, sorry, here, let's go to deck building, and then I always forget to switch to this view so you can see the data down here. Crunch does get counters through Ceratok, and this, or we could take out this worm. Kind of like leaving this and cutting this. If we can get this going with like a Courage and Crisis or a Pollen Bright Druid, the proliferate on a 5... I've lost many games in this format to a Crocodile I just couldn't deal with. And Wranglers don't look amazing, but if they just get any, you know, I like that they're 2s. If we didn't play them, then what other 2s were we playing? We could play another Spinner instead of a Wrangler. But I don't think I like that, so... I'm going to go with this. And what do we call this? We've got... a lot of doubles. Overpopulation. Well, conventional wisdom says this deck sucks. Let's see if they're right. Reasonable links into Druid. Yeah. By this deck sucks, I mean it's merely perfectly acceptable. Yeah, we're trying to the aggro. This is kind of the aggro approach to the bomb-heavy format. Just get them dead before they get stabilized. Don't kill my kitty. Killed my kitty. GG. Hey, look at this great Pledge of Unity. Here's the problem with Pledge of Unity. At least one of the problem cases. On LR and on this stream, we talk about floors and ceilings all the time. Meaning, like, how bad is this? How bad can this card be in a game, and how good can this card be in a game? I don't know. I really didn't expect them to block. I figured they'd be doing enough amassing that they wouldn't do that. I can Pledge of Unity to save it. I'm just going to let this happen. Yeah, that's true. They saw what's in the hand. It was, I kind of clicked and was going to actually back off and then accidentally double click.
Our destiny is greater than ever. Your strength returns.
Huh. This game feels pretty over, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know why they're not swinging with their 5/5. I guess they didn't want to expose Huatli to an attack from the populace. Yeah, that's a good question from Dionysus. I'm curious for any feedback from those of you who caught the J stream on Friday. If having some constructed content around here is valuable to you. If we get Rising Populace with Pledge of Unity, we might make our way back in this game, so I'm not going to give up yet. I need to do a better job of advertising it. I composed a tweet and then didn't send it on Friday. You know, anyway, it was a little bit of a mess on that front, but I enjoyed it. I'll try it again. Can we just be done yet? I can make a 4 toughness dude. I mean, I guess we play this. I think we should wait another turn because we do have, like, Wanderer's Strike. You know, we could get rid of the Charity Extractor and then actually not be in the worst spot. I assume there'll be some new stuff and some iteration on other stuff, Dionysus. If like to get viewers involved too in suggesting cards for Jay to brew around, maybe at the end of the streams we can throw in some cards to try and make work for the next stream. Well, he's offering the extractor here, so I'm going to take this opportunity. Like, maybe we can come back from here somehow. I mean, they didn't send in the other stuff, so there's that. Uh-oh. Hey! Look! We're just super close to stable. No blocks. But if they got nothing but land... I mean, if they got nothing but land and an Enforcer Griffin, we still have a chance.
We are only as strong as our allies.
Now, I think we need to chump the Light Shield with the Martyr, grow the Snare Spinner, and then the Snare Spinner can actually eat the Griffin. And we're not dead, because all these are lands. This is just lands up here. No, you were right. I think that was the right pick. We followed the cards to an extent. Maybe if we had just absolutely insisted on staying black-green, we would be better off here. And also, this is only game 1, whatever. We haven't even lost this yet. We're just mostly dead. And here I think we just need to put a counter on the Druid. And then... well, we could also proliferate. Maybe putting a counter on the Snare Spinner is better since we're going to need to chump with the Druid anyway. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I have some other things on. Yeah, you're right. It'd be nice to have a emote for Mostly Dead too. Your suggestion is noted, Dionysus. But you should also wait and make that suggestion to Jay himself when he comes back on. Well, I need to, oh, come on. And here's what happens in the bomb-heavy format, right? Like, we were doing it. We were, like, making decisions that mattered. And stabilizing and having Oppo stop. And I had in my head, like, this chance. Oh, man, wouldn't it be cool if we came back from 8 to 40? 8 to 40 to win the... Yeah. No. Rocky and Hexim are having some struggles. Let's check in with them. Rocky says, I just cannot get a handle on this format. Man, in my last 8 drafts, I've gone 14 and 24. That's not too far off the pace, by the way, you know, in terms of sample size and, you know, but I feel you. I don't think I've ever had more 0-3 or 1-3. This format is too hard for me. So that's definitely part of it. And Haxim is feeling the same way. Haxim feels like they are drafting better after watching me and listening to LR, but struggle actually playing the format. This is a hard one. We saw it yesterday. We saw how much I'm struggling, how many lines I'm missing. How many times drafting this format so far have I said out loud, well, I'm not sure this is right, but I'm getting roped and I got to do something, you know? We're getting really pressed into making decisions. And not only do something, but then you have to do it in the right sequence. Sequencing is so important that I'm now getting to the point where I feel like I'm not supposed to do anything. And this is generally true. Like, don't do anything until you know what your turn is going to be. But it takes so long to figure out what my turn is going to be. And I feel like I'm often just setting myself up to rope really early in a turn. And that's just the gameplay. Futrick is also expressing how hard gameplay is, but expressing having trouble figuring out how to make sure you have all the necessary pieces for your deck. And it's a definitely challenging draft environment as well. I've actually compared the draft environment to Mirrodin, and I think that comparison holds up in that Mirrodin introduced equipment, and it was powerful, and it was at uncommon. And then artifacts, there were also just artifacts that were super important. And the pull in Mirrodin in terms of deck construction is, how do you fit everything in? You want to get the great equipment in, but if you're going to put great equipment in, you need creatures to put the equipment on. And if you do that, then how do you fit in your removal if you're also going to fit in the sweet, just static artifact that does something awesome? So Mirrodin had that going on where there was so much to pack into every deck. You found that your ratios were wrong, or your pieces were missing, or you had non-bows, or you know, because you're trying to support everything. And I think there's some of that going on here as well. The creature counts in these decks are very low compared to average, and there's some powerful spells, but how do you fit them in? You know, so it's just a challenging beast, I think. And I don't know what to say other than enjoy the challenge to the best of your ability. And if you need to take a break because it's like, this is destroying me and I don't know what I'm doing, you can ease off the pedal of actually putting money into it if that's a concern, and try to get your level ups through learning from others, watching streams, watching draft videos, reading, you know. But, you know, if money is not a concern for you, or at least you have enough to spend on Magic as you wish, I would say play through. Try and figure it out by drafting more. It's hard to say what my average creature count has been. It does depend on the deck. Like this one, we want... this is... I don't think... this might be the most creatures I've ever run in the format. And even Vraska creates creatures, so does Plane-Wide Celebration. So in many ways, even my non-creatures are creatures. I don't think I changed anything, but I'll say discard. Yeah, 12 seems maybe about right. Or 12 is maybe typical, but not average. Well, an inauspicious beginning to a deck none of us are particularly thrilled about. But let's see where we go from here. And let me bounce back to this spot on the battlefield. Yeah, good. Identifying that that's where your head is at, Rocky, is the place to start. Rocky's feeling like they're drafting too much. They get tilted and then don't stop because they feel like they're under the gun to get drafts in before it goes away from ranked. Don't feel under the gun. Try and relax and just play the way play so that it's fun. Please play so that it's fun. Don't rage draft. We'll start on the links.
You'll find my dreams dissipate like smoke.
Well, I was thinking Rising Populace, attack Ashiok, let them double block, and trade off for the links and make the Populace bigger. Pledge of Unity says, hey, hold that thought. Maybe you just want to actually use Pledge of Unity as a combat trick. We could just use it as a combat trick here, but man, it seems like it'd be powerful if we could get a suite of creatures out and then buff them all up. I just wonder if we have time in the face of Ashiok. We probably do. We need to not worry about the fact that Ashiok is milling our library when it's full of similarly powered stuff anyway. The main thing is we just don't lose to milling. So let's go with actually with the wolf. Because the wolf can threaten Ashiok next turn if they don't increase their power situation. And then we can... like, they need to deal with the wolf right now or Ashiok is dead. Or they need to put out 3 power. And they hovering over the wolf, so I'm expecting it to die unless they were just reading it. Maybe? You can even play this in case it becomes... it's not going to become relevant anytime soon, though, is it? Let's hide it for now. Let's try this. I'm expecting it to get arrowed or something. I mean, they have 4 cards and 4 mana. But we gotta try. Footrick says, I got an Ugin once, but then got run over in 3 consecutive games and never even drew it. It is, in fact, the arrow. And Pledge of Unity doesn't help. So I should have at least put Rising Populace out before attacking, but I wanted to keep my options open. But really, I should have thought, hey, if they have removal... what removal am I actually going to be able to stop with a Pledge of Unity from black-white, and then would have come to realize having Populous out now would be better. We'll go Wrangler so that we can get Ceratok next. And make this a 3-2. Yeah, I could have saved ourselves from Soren's Thirst. I was figuring there was probably some removal that we would be safe from there. No targeting lands. Just looking at all we've lost. Ceratok, Big Wrangler. Do we care about... If we let Ashiok go 2 more times, we basically have 8 turns to win. I think we have to ignore Ashiok. So with that, I'm going to play Ceratok, and then next turn if we draw a land, we get to go Rising Populous, attack with Pledge of Unity. So let's do that. And no attacks this turn either. Rough.
You were... This is difficult to digest.
Sometimes this is how it goes, folks. We don't even get to make a play. It's disgusting.
Behold, my...
Well, maybe this draft is just trying to get me off air by noon. Oh, I forgot I had a man land, actually. Let's see. Well, victory probably starts with a Ward Scale Crocodile. But yeah, if they were at, what does this make, a 3-3? 19, that could be a difference maker. We didn't get to make a play because of this memory issue card. Oh, no, wasn't there... Why didn't it work? They weren't, I was thinking I wasn't allowed to because of single combat, but I also looked at my creatures and they didn't show as castable. Right, and but I looked and it showed Pledge of Unity is castable and the others is not, didn't it? Well, that was where my head was at. Clearly that was wrong too. I'm really working hard to make sure that we're not only losing due to white, but also because of my poor plays. Let's see, 5. How do we win in 5? Probably need Trusty with Druid, making it a 3-3. Well, too late for that particular line. I think this is correct, though, because it prevents this. Okay. I guess we have to do this now. What's wrong, 14? What did I do? I thought that was our, like our only play, but Oppo agreed. Ah. Gotcha. Yeah. A punt that didn't cost me then. Fair enough. I just went for the biggest thing I could see, figuring that they would have to block everything anyway. But immediately lethal is better than forced blocks for sure, so I should have caught that. This is why I am not a pro player. That was a good comeback, though. We ignored Ashiok and it worked. It's still pretty meh. It's not. This is a very meh deck. And it would help if I would not play it so poorly. This is a pretty good hand for it. Let's see if we make this work. I like your thinking, Dionysus. You don't care if we won or not. That was a punt, right? But can't get everybody on board, I guess. We'll go with the Wrangler first. It attacks better. Oh yeah, there was a punt game almost. There's a lot of punts there. Yeah, the first game was pretty good. That last one was not the best though. A lot of loose plays. So here, we could play the Rising Populace and offer the Wrangler. I swear, I want to go back and look now. See how these are highlighted? Like in that turn where I didn't cast anything, I looked down at my cards to see if they were castable, and I swear I didn't see a halo around Rising Populace or anything. I thought that I literally could not cast it. Weird. Yeah, I didn't see it. I guess I was just in my head, I convinced myself that I was seeing what I expected to see instead of what was true. You go Courage and Crisis. Now we want to do that after the Pledge. All right, I'm going to do this, and I am not going to offer the Wrangler. We have too much going on between Courage and Crisis and Pledge to be offering trades. But now it's too late, Dionysus. You got to make your pitch of the time. You're relitigating 2016. We got to move on to the next election. And now you got to stop, Dionysus, because the punt is meaningless in the current context. There's been no punts this game, so saying punt now is you got to let it go. I like your tenacity, but when the moment passes, you got to let it go, man. Let it go. So here, If we could even courage. Now we want to do all of that after. I'm just going to fate spinner, snare spinner, and pass. How will I ever learn? I'm learning all the time. Let me tell you. I mean, I don't think Dionysus is suggesting I'm not human. I understand, yeah, I understand wanting to pledge now, but I like where we're headed here. If they don't do a big board wipe, I think we should be in a really good spot. Next turn, if we draw a land, pledge into courage seems amazing. No! 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 I'm just waiting for the audio cues to end. Come on, Blow. My line was great. My line was perfect. My line was correct. We don't play around, Massacre Girl. Now we have land into Rising Populace into all this is good again, so we don't give up. That was quite a blow, but we can't give up yet. But we need, like, land, populace is the next two cards, I think. We have a 3, yeah, not good. There's the land. That was one of the things we needed. 4. Just trying to see if we could actually, like, Courage and Crisis the mobilized district, but we're a little short, I think. Yeah. All right, Rising, or Plane-wide Celebration is what I meant, not Rising Populace. Plane-wide Celebration is what we need off the top here. It gives us something to do, and we can make it big enough to block. No, they've got it. There is no escape from this fate. That was rough. Oh my gosh, we had the perfect turn coming up for our deck. Perfect turn. And it was massacred. I'm gonna have a pretzel. Thank you. Sorry about that. My daughter's homesick today and was talking with her about what she can get done in her context. Wow, that was brutal. I was so happy about our upcoming turn. Plane-wide celebration. Now you show up. We'll keep this, though. We are in the 1-2 bracket, and we're at silver, so maybe we just get some easier opponents, and we're not the easy opponents for them. Basically, Massacre Girl, if there's a 1 toughness creature on board and a lot of creatures, then you're done for. Like, basically, if there's a 1 toughness, 2 toughness, 3 tough, like, she just goes up the chain if there's something of every toughness. Druid is a turn behind. I'm going to put Wolf out after combat. If you have a 1-1 and a 6-6, then you're missing the 2 through 5. I'm saying if there's a chain, if you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 toughness or whatever, then it's boom, 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 boom. It's just going to go up the chain. Paradise Druid ensures that we get Seratok on 5 and gets us plane wide a turn early. They're holding up what looks like no escape mana, in which case, which one would we rather have countered? Probably the Paradise Druid anyway, so let's do this. See if they counter it. Alright, well, we get the Seratok here. Doggo's always got opinions. Always opinions. Alright. We're in a spot again, but I'm going to go for, we're going to play this and try to get great value here, and I'm going to yell at my dog now. See, he's very well trained. Yeah, let's start, see if we can bait out a counter, if there is one, with the Wrangler. Alright, Dinah says, you do the work now. Go actually read the card and work it through yourself. But yes, the 5/5s will survive, because it's gotta, for every death, reduce the toughnesses. But go read the card and do the math. There's Kibler Google, and there's Dionysus Chat Google. Alright, now we'll try Populace. I'm not going to attack. Technically, we have maybe an attack with the Seratok, but... But also... Yeah, a staircase destroys everything, but if you have stuff under the staircase, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroys everything, but so does 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, right? So if we attack all out, what happens? Nothing great. Actually, we probably just, we could attack with the 4, 5. If they double block, though, it still dies to the double block, so let's wait. We're hoping to pledge at the end of their turn, draw a land, and celebrate plane-wide with serious proliferation after that. If we pledge, untap, and proliferate 4 times, that seems great. We could also bring back a permanent. Huh, what do you think that's about? And should we bait anything? I don't want to lose the Ceratok to what they're up to. So I guess we're just going to ignore it and take it. Probably not going to do life gain off the pledge. Alright, we did get the land. Was there a pause there that makes you not want to do this? Because if they have the 4 mana... I feel like they would have countered something there if they could have. But they couldn't have countered... They wouldn't... The bad quench is what we're scared of. If they've got bad quench... Yeah, but they would have... Did they have 4 up when we cast the Populace? Right. That's another good point. If they have quench, it's going to get plane-wide celebration anyway. So let's just cast it and see if we get it, and then decide what to do with it. Oh boy. Definitely proliferating at least twice. Yeah, let's go all in on proliferate. Hi! Alright, that was pretty funny. That was pretty cool. I don't know if that was a good game, but it might be a moment that I capture. G4. Proliferate times 4 off of plane wide is pretty funny. All right, well, we got 2 wins with this deck. Let's see if we can get to at least 50-50. That'd be nice. Looks solid. We are expecting to get a counter on Wrangler through Ceratok, so it may be correct to self-counter on Pollenbright Druid. And I'm going to go ahead and offer the Wrangler. It's a lot less scary than the Weird, so if they want to trade with the Weird, please do. You can also put out Martyr and decide on the Pollenbright Druid later. Let's do that. Kind of need Wanderer Strike for the weird, or the weird is just going to outclass all of green's creatures pretty quickly. You like those sleeves? All right. Well, I'm going to start here, gain some life. They went first, right? Did they miss a land drop, or did we go first? I can't remember now. Okay. Their mana up is scary. Expecting a counter spell here. There's no way they don't have a counter spell. So do we want a Pollen Bright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn we could have 7, which could be enough for Ceratok Pollen Bright if we did that then. I'm just debating whether we run Ceratok into the open mana here. When actually next turn we can run Ceratok through the bad quench with 7 mana available. So maybe we just Pollen Bright here. Although these two are fine. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Like, show me you have it. Show me you have it. It's only a dorky 4/5. They have it. I mean, I said that it was obvious they had something. It's just no guarantee that this is what they had. There's a lot of things that could have caused them to leave that mana open and not do what they did. So, we tried. Yeah, they still don't have a great attack, so that's good. Let's go Populace. Yeah, Vraska would help us with the weird. We'll go Pollen Bright here, though, and I guess put it on the Nurture. If we can get this big enough, it can actually start racing the weird in terms of at least its butt size. And maybe we'll get our plane-wide celebration and it'll be funny again. Okay. Where do we want this one? We could just proliferate and make that even bigger. No, I think we throw this somewhere else. All right, that wasn't actually that big a deal. We can resolve this instead, and where do we want to put that? We kind of want this to die eventually. This is going to get counters on its own. This could get counters on its own. We could actually just put it on the Pollen Bright Druid, and this would be the 3/3. Attack with the 1/1, and we do that to get the Populace trigger. Sure. All right. We'll see if they want to give us I like that. They can either eat it and we get it on the Populace, or they take it. And it's kind of free damage. This is not necessarily going to get a counter anytime soon, but it might. So let's go ahead and do the one thing that can't get it on its own. Definitely an argument for the crunch. Sure. Let's get destroyed by Bolt Bend. I cannot believe that we're going to lose to this pile of Crushed Descent. These are fine. I'm overreacting. This and this do not impress me as main deck best of one cards, but so it goes. One of our Law Rune Enforcers is not bad. Just looking at what they can get back with the weird here. Alright, let's keep playing stuff. Pledge of Unity into Plane-wide Celebration. That's Plan A.
Beg for your life. It makes your nightmare. Your fun
Is that a crunch?
to digest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of cards I feel are weak over there, but I'm going to let him attack if they want. I'm happy to throw the Martyr in and start getting this populace going. Okay, okay. We can Wanderer's Strike, Dambreaker, tap the 4/4, and get rid of Ashiok. Or we can just strike the weird, tap the Dambreaker, and still... Oh, we can't tap the 4/4. Is it all power? Right. Oh, so we can tap the Dambreaker, though. Tap the Dambreaker. I think we do have to find a way to attack Ashiok this turn. That's like why we have this opportunity. So I think we have to strike and attack. That's what I'm going to do. And send this. Wrangler, what happens? If we attack with Wrangler, they can just block here. We can attack with Populace, and they would probably be willing to trade the Eternal for the Populace. We can't attack with Lynx or Wrangler. They just get to block with the Weird. And if we do this... They need to chump or let Ashiok take a big hit. I think that's fine. Let's make him chump or let Ashiok take a big hit with just these two. If they want to trade Martyr for the Eternal, that's also fine. Alright, they're just letting Ashiok go.
I will always return.
They have a decent attack now with the weird... but they... Ah, we got part number one. Part number one. I'm going to pass this turn, and we're going to do double tapping of Enforcer to potentially set up a big attack. Right on, Fate. Have fun. I'm not tapping yet, because again, if they want to send in anything, we're fine with that. Yeah, potentially, but I think this is fine. I mean, you're asking, what about this line? As we've said, oh man, there's a million lines in this format. I have no idea if my line is correct or not. I have a pretty good idea that my lines are reasonable, you know? We have to consider that Spellkeeper allows Oppo to cast a 3-mana instant from their hand at any time. Note that this is 4, not 3, but this is 3. Bolt Bend, yep. But so far, yeah, none of that stuff is going to stop us. So let's do this. Just making sure that nothing in there could actually prevent this from working, and it can't. Hey, Oppo's like, that's enough. Sometimes show them a card and they give up. I don't know. Thank you, Professor. We found a way. This looks good. Running out this stuff first. Pollen Bright Druids should be effective here. I was thinking for us, not for you, Oppo, but good luck. Only cast one of them, though. Might as well, though, and we will go ahead and try and protect our Pegasus. A little extra power and toughness. Get a land, we might just strike that. Boy, especially if they're gonna think we're racing here. I like your thinking, Oppo. We're gonna get a land. And... yeah, I wish I could get more proliferate out of this, but this seems fine. There you go. Just tapping them and they're falling over. Whoa. Guess that was a little more than a tap. Man, can we get 5 wins with this? That would be amazing. I don't know if the deck is better than we thought. I think, you know, if you listen to LR, you heard Luis talk about how his issue with this deck is that you need to draw things in the right order. And so far we have been. Obviously, if we had a Plains here, this would be amazing too. We're going to keep it, though. Okay, cool. I like starting with the Wrangler over the Druid, speaking of stuff in the right order. Well, we don't have anything going now. Kind of just want to put the counter on the Druid. Even up where our power is here. Obviously, Plains off the top is what we're looking for. That gives us Martyr for the Cause and Pollen Bright Druid on the same turn, followed by Rising Populace and all sorts of other good stuff, but of course not. Cannot find the Plains. So, another Druid, or wait for better opportunity. No, we'll just make another Druid. It's not amazing, but I want to keep going wide ahead of eventually finding white here. And we're going to do the same thing. Make boring but proliferatable bears. And we don't want to offer any trades when we have Pledge of Unity and we're trying to get real big here. But deck, please. Please. Not for me, for chat. For the entertainment of the masses. Please put a Plains on top. See, it's not even about me, Magic Gods. It's about good Magic entertainment. Ignored by the gods again. My agony is entertaining you. That's good, Double D's. All right. God never listens to what I say, and you don't get a refund if you overpray. I know you do, Dionysus. The only thing you like better than a frustrated Ryan is a punting Ryan, right? This race isn't looking good for us, but let's see. If we draw the Plains, let's say we draw the Plains, then what will we wish we would have done here? Because if we draw the Plains, we're not even that far out of it. Like, we maybe need to try and offer for this Hellion. So we did get the Plains. That's good. And I don't mind that trade. I think with this Griffin and us unsure of whether we were going to get a Plains, it was important to have a little board control going on there. We can get the Law Rune Enforcer down to control things as we start, since it doesn't take white to tap. I like Law Rune to control things as we try and make use of our white mana on further turns. And yes, Rizari, you got me, but I bet you Googled it, right? If you didn't, you just knew it, then I see you. I see anybody who actually knew where that was from without looking it up. Definitely playing this. And we would have 4 mana left over. We don't want to cast white stuff every turn. Of course, we could Wanderer's Strike or Ceratok if we wanted. But I want to Wanderer's Strike after we pledge. And I'm going to just go with the plan here and build up our board. Can even attack here. I mean, they might have arrow, I guess, or whatever, but I guess go ahead and use that on one of these. Plus, we have Populace out now, so the death of our dudes isn't quite as bad as it was 30 seconds ago. Annoying because we are off of our 5s for a bit, but we can still do these 2. And we aggro here now. This is a ways off with ye old God Pharaoh statue, but I think we pledge here, leave back the Law Rune to continue managing the Griffin and just race with the pledge. Can't tap if we pledge, we can. It's not white, it's just colorless. Oh, yeah, because it costs us... Well, I think it's still correct. In which case, though, we just attack with everything, right? So, good call. I think we still just attack. It's just that we don't have no need to leave the Law Rune back. Yeah, we even got the stupid blocker out of the way. And next turn, we have Martyr. But they can't really attack now, right? So we have hopefully time to build up. Build up land helps. With 6, we are now 1 away from being able to strike in Ceratok, but we'll start here. Land off the top or something useful that we can cast underneath the God Pharaoh is what we're hoping for here.
True heretics will feel the bite of my blades.
That's not super useful for Oppo, given how under the gun they are. All right, I think we just win now. If they can't protect it. Exploding planeswalkers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sacrifice the proliferate dude, thank you. Watch out, we're gonna be gold if we're not careful. So, 5 wins off of a deck that I think is worse than our last one, but that's Magic. They may have been going for, you think it's good? Well, I don't know. Certainly doing something. Good start. Let's see what they do. I guess we'll go with the old Wrangler since they didn't. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do on 1, but, you know, generally start with the higher power. Ooh. How about Spinner Enforcer? And we'll pass on offering that Wrangler trade. Ooh, let's do Vraska.
Wherever I go, if you see an assassin coming for you, that's a bad assassin.
I'm going to keep it all back. Rising Populace plus Assassin tokens is pretty good.
My services may cost you more than just money.
So we can do this. And I think we use the Enforcer to tap. We don't really care about specifically any one of our creatures. What do we tap, though? What do we want to make them block with? The token or the links? Can't tap token. Good call. So we do. That's the decision is made for us. Keep forgetting that. It's a weird line of text, you know? And we will go ahead and make this attack.
I grow bored with this fight. People call me a death dealer, but I rarely offer discounts.
Laroon, I got a job for you. And we can even cast the Nurture while doing that job, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. And we'll send in the Death Toucher. No, I'm gonna keep tap mana for the first one. Keep Vraska around. Although maybe it doesn't matter. If they choose to make a trade here, we could let go of Vraska. I could tap the links. I'm just okay with the trade, though. I'm okay with the links for the assassin. That's what I was thinking. That I kind of want that trade. Again, many lines in this format. Lots of lines. Really not sure how good mine are relative to time-traveling supercomputers, but we do what we can. Okay, this deck is amazing. I take it back. Well, I'm thrilled. Early scoops abound in this format as well. I've never seen as many early scoops per, event, or the rate of early scoop is just very, very high. This is certainly flying in the face of conventional wisdom. I don't know if it changes my opinion yet. All right, another fine start on 2-3. Done for now on land, though. Would like some more action off the top, if anybody's listening. No. Magic gods never listen to what I say. Oh, yeah. I think I was just happy to be here at 4-3. Okay, there's that pause. So they could have Pyro Helix, although I think they would have just used it on the wolf. So it does kind of make me think, like, what other instant speed red-blue for 2 can target just a creature? Because that was a suspicious pause. Jaya, yeah, but they didn't use it. I'm just surprised they didn't use targeted removal there. So I'm thinking about what they might have that is something they would have chosen not to use. Yeah, they might just be waiting to get a bigger weird. That's possible. And certainly if they don't block here, that will support that thought. Hey, Stratic, good to see you. How you been? Keep having to fight through weirds with this deck, but we've succeeded for the most part. And that's one way to do it. Can't counter Wanderer's Strike on 2 mana, right? On those 2 anyway. They might have the hexproof. The plating thing is what I was talking about as being one of the things that it can be. Yeah, it could be Time Twist. Yeah, it could be Time Twist. I guess there's enough things that it could be other than the hexproof instant that we'll go ahead and try this. But it could be the hexproof instant. There's just a lot of other options that make this a safe play. Well, you say there's no rush, but against decks like this, I feel like there is. Like, I want to beat them before the superior power of the blue-red long game comes online. So that's why I'm going to do this now. Make them have it. They had it blow. I don't know. Again, lots of different lines in this game. Was mine correct there? I don't know. I had my reasons, at least. I wasn't just casting spells. Can the fire stop? What is with the audio in this game? Some of the audio just goes on forever. Like, what is that noise? Rope noise bug. Really annoying. Maybe we need to get the rope started again just to make it stop. Well, no need to force that issue. I'm sure I'll rope as soon enough. Alright, that army is getting serious. And we kind of used our big removal already. That's helpful, though. Is this a attack and surprise them with this? If we attack with everything, where are they blocking? That Manticore is probably eating something. We can't sit here and die to the 5/5 though, so I guess we send in the 5/3. But even that, the Manticore, even with Pledge of Unity, still trades. But nothing else does. And we can't just sit here waiting for this to hit us 3 more times. So I am going to send in the Crocodile and try to force something here. Maybe they'll put the Eternal Skylord in front of it. And see, this stays a trade, so there's no need to even really run the Pledge of Unity now. And the rope continued to burn. So, Blow, you wanted to send Croc, Druid, and Wolf. Then pop Pledge? Maybe. Yeah, maybe just go for some kind of... I think they were going to block, though. They weren't going to take that risk. I think that would have just lost us more creatures. Here, though, we may be able to... yeah, we can keep this as a... We got a double block and Pledge here. And in order to only make it a 1-for-1, we got to give him the Populace. But I think it's correct. I'm doing this so that we end up with a total of 7 toughness in the face of their 6 weird. That's that, and we can't do that with Druid and Wolf. I don't think we have the tools from here, but maybe Plane-Wide Celebration lets us do something. We can threaten to trade with the Dam Breaker on a 1-for-1. So really only the army is attacking. We do get 1 more draw step. Alright, well we gotta do this. If they have the blowout play, we were already up against it here. It survives. We survive. Like so. Again, I don't even know. I don't think we have outs, but in case I'm missing a line that will present itself, I'm going to play it out. That is not a line that is presenting itself, but whatever. I got 6 wins with a deck. I was like, I hope we can get to even. I mean, we were at 2-3, so also note the power of the being in the 2-loss bracket. You end up facing a lot weaker opponents in your final stretch run. So when you start 1-2 or whatever, don't lose hope remind yourself that at least you'll be facing some other players who've had some, at the very least, rough luck and hopefully some bad decks that you can take advantage of. So, not my favorite deck that I've ever drafted, but perhaps the best result to expectations I've had so far. That was great. So we'll claim that prize. Go check out these pack contents.
Every problem has a solution.
No, so Haxim is asking how that worked. Yeah, 6-3 is great. So I'm going to give myself a moment here to say goodbye to the people watching from YouTube. Bye.